Gonna be headed to the gym today. Gonna sit in the sauna for about 45 minutes. Love to use Sundays as a day to get prepared and ready for Monday. And a big part of that is trying to make sure that I get my body right. We got Kelford over here hopping up with his toy. Gonna be doing some good work today. Let's get after him. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Creating that fire. That's fire. What's in there, babe?
This is a latte with brown sugar and maple. We're gonna add a dash of cinnamon just to top it off.
Fire.
And there you go.
Ooh, it's cold. Let's get after it. This fucking garage door opener doesn't work consistently. I always have to like touch the battery. Come on, bitch. Oh, there she goes. Oh man, Sundays. I absolutely love Sundays. They give you such an opportunity to just kind of like reset and get ready for the fucking week coming up. I watched an interview with Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather was talking about how important Sundays are. And he was like, Saturdays are for recap, Sundays are for strategy. And I've always thought that was really cool because when you take Sundays as a strategy day, it gives you an entire day to be able to kind of get ready for the week. And I've been listening to this YouTube course recently, and the moderator of the YouTube course, the creator, is this guy named Sean Connell. And Sean always talks about how every battle is won before it is fought. And so when you have an opportunity to spend Sunday getting ready for battle, which is the week, right? Monday especially, you really get an opportunity to win your battles before you even fight them. And so I'm really trying to focus on getting more talented at, which it is a talent. I'm really trying to get more talented at getting ready with my game plan to be more effective. I'm listening to a book right now as I'm headed to the gym. It's called The Mindset, and it's really a depiction of the differences between the growth mindset and a fixed mindset. As I've gotten older, I've started to realize how important a growth mindset is. Now you might be asking yourself, what is a growth mindset and what the fuck is a fixed mindset? The way that this book kind of articulates the differences is a fixed mindset is a fixed set of identities or characteristics that we believe we cannot break. A great example is our IQ. If you have a certain IQ, you believe that that is the key and or the pre-qualifying asset that's going to get you all the different opportunities in life. Getting into different schools, being able to tackle different challenges, the roles that you have in your relationships, in your business life, so many different things. And the difference between that and a growth mindset is kind of the ideal that says no matter what your IQ is when you start, you can always grow from that position. And I've always thought that it was super important for people to have a growth mindset, but I've never been able to really articulate it until I started listening to this book, because I know a lot of us often put these pre-qualifying limitations on ourselves, right? We often put the limit of, well, I'm not good at math, or I'm not. We speak these I am languages over ourselves, and we put ourselves in these little tiny boxes. And a huge thing that I always think about is the differences of what is real and what is not. And when we grew up in a system like the school system, for example, and this is given as an example in the book, the school system in itself always put us in these little tiny fucking boxes. It said, you're not a good scholar, you're not good at geometry, you're not one of the top tier students, you're not in AP classes, if you guys hear that. If you're in AP classes, that's great for you, but for everybody who wasn't, that doesn't mean that you cannot accomplish things later in life. And one of the things I've really enjoyed about getting older is recognizing how many of those little fucking boxes don't even matter. Right? The grades that you got in high school. I was having a conversation with my mom the other day, and I was like, do you remember when I was in high school? Because I went to a really, a top tier, all boys preparatory academy, if you will, in Detroit. And everybody always thought like, oh, the guys who went to that school were just going to be so successful. And maybe that is true, but I definitely know more people who did not go to that school who have also been incredibly successful. And it's just very interesting to kind of think about how we break out of these boxes and these social confines when we start to get a little bit older. Because the entire system is meant to put you in a box, right? It's meant to put you in your seat. It's meant to make sure that you execute on a certain role. It's not meant for you to explore and to grow. And the more that I get out here in the real world, I realize that all these rules are bullshit. All the confines that people put on us, all of the structure that people put around our lives, they don't even matter, because it's all about how much you can grow, how much you can apply yourself, and how much work you're really willing to put in order to get to the next level. Oh, man. That was super tough. Just sat in the sauna for 40 minutes, and man, that is just a mental battle. Sometimes you really have to really keep yourself in that environment in order to get the reward. And I've been listening to some really cool podcasts, one of which was kind of the dopamine release process and the reward system. One of the things that I think about when it comes to entrepreneurs, men in general, is that we are always looking to accomplish a reward. We put effort in, we want to get a reward out. And sometimes being goal-oriented in those rewards that we're looking for is tough, because when we get them, they feel fucking good. But when we don't get them, it's kind of disturbing and it hurts. And so I'm trying to, reset my little dopamine system here through consistency and through a lot of practice and putting myself in uncomfortable situations and allowing myself to kind of navigate through that space. And the effort that I'm putting in general is really the reward that I'm looking for. Definitely a learning process. It's going to take time, but I'm excited for the fact that you guys are along the journey with me.